we rely heavily on our community partnerships and relationships. We can't do this without the support of our community partners and our faith-based community.
When we say proud to be CHELCO, it means something. It means we are proud to work here, proud to be part of this exceptional team, and proud of everything we accomplish together. It also means that we are proud to be difference makers. As a cooperative, it's woven into who we are. We genuinely care about the communities that we serve, doing our very best to be a living example of the 7th cooperative principle, concern for community. Thanks to the dedication of our employees and the generosity of our members, we continue to make real and lasting impact across our service territory. Each year, we report on the local money that flows through CHELCO to the local nonprofit organizations. Every year, that number grows. 2025 was no different. Through November, our total impact this year is $290,000. Let's hear from some wonderful organizations that we've partnered with to make a difference in our community.
We opened the first center in Niceville in October of 2000, so we've been serving children for 25 years now. Our goal here is to provide services for child victims of abuse, reported cases, which we see the more egregious cases, which is child sexual abuse, severe physical, severe neglect. And our goal is to wrap services around that child and that family to essentially help restore their childhoods after a traumatic experience. We do a lot here at Christmas, and we do back to school drives, so anything just to kind of make their childhoods whole again. We are very grateful for CHELCO, its customers, its employees to help support the programs that we provide for children in the community. And when we opened the doors, we were seeing about 300 child victims of abuse reported cases, and today we see over 800 a year. So we are reaching more children. The vision at the end of the day is that we can close our doors because all children are living free from abuse. So that is what CHELCO is helping us do. In 2013, we started Backpack Buddies with a mission to feed children in need. And seeing that we live here in Baker, it's like a rural area, and our school is a Title I school, and so we have lots of students in need. And so me and a couple friends decided to start a nonprofit and start fundraising and, collecting funds and food to deliver to the school on Fridays. Our goal is to help put food on plates for kids and it be kid-friendly that they can make on their own. With the Operation Roundup grant, we use it to purchase the food for our Thanksgiving and Christmas food boxes. And so when kids are out of school, of course, they're not getting their breakfast and lunch at school, and then they're not getting their weekend food bag. So we decided to do food boxes for that extended break from school. Just make sure the community's taken care of.
So the Matrix began in 2011, and the goal was just to be a centralized location where people could come from for all types of needs. Of course, it has expanded beyond anything we could ever imagine. Back in, I think it was like 2012, when we decided that we were going to do an Angel Tree program, it blew up more than anything we could have ever imagined. And thankfully, there was no place in Defuniak that would house something like that. And so CHELCO immediately stepped up to the plate and said, absolutely, you can use the facility. We would go in and decorate. I mean, there was a stage built and everything, and it was just phenomenal. And from that, we've just always had that relationship with CHELCO. Right now, we're at 513 children is where we're at, and we still have 2 weeks to go. The more donations that we receive, the more gifts that we get, the more monetary donations, the more children we will continue to try to provide. And my staff is great about they will work up until Christmas Eve, trying to make sure that no child in Walton County or Okaloosa goes without a gift. Just want to say thank you. Like I said, there's lots of different great organizations and great programs, and we are just truly humbled by the fact that you guys always just go over and above to help us out. And the great thing is the year gets so busy that sometimes we just don't have time to make the phone calls to everybody to say, hey, look, we really need your support. And we are just very grateful that CHELCO always says, look, we're here to support you.
So this actually started from a grassroots group of people that were here back in 2004 when Florida privatized child welfare. And they built the shelter and one foster home as the first buildings here back in 2007. This is one of 7 nationally, this neighborhood concept. The other organizations that are in the country don't have what we have in its totality. One of the most important, I think, aspects of having this kind of neighborhood concept is having all the services available to children where they don't have to leave the neighborhood. We just want them to feel that they're normal. Normalization is one of the key things to children in foster care. We rely heavily on our community partnerships and relationships. We can't do this without the support of our community partners and our faith-based community. The monies that we receive from organizations like CHELCO go directly to support the operations of this organization. I would just say in general to CHELCO and the staff is that we appreciate the opportunity to apply for these kinds of funds, and we were very blessed to receive these funds this past year. But also, your other fundraising commitments that you've been able to do in support of our organization. Your golf tournament that you guys did raised money for our organization. So not only have you provided us the opportunity through Operation Roundup, but also through your golf tournament and other fundraising activities that you've chosen Children in Crisis. But everything that CHELCO does to support us is very much appreciated by the staff and the board members of our organization.
CHELCO employees seem to always be giving back to United Way Emerald Coast and those that we serve. Really proud of the volunteerism through things like Day of Caring. Our school supply drive has always been a really big hit with CHELCO. You have participated and sponsored some of our events, like our nonprofit conference, which this year brought nearly 200 nonprofit professionals together for a really important day of learning and collaboration. But you all always seem to be rolling up those sleeves, getting a little dirty, and hopefully having some fun while you do it. So partnering with CHELCO has allowed us to provide 29 grants to date to other nonprofit organizations, and we've been able to serve in the first year and a half of those grants more than 10,000 people across the Emerald Coast. And that gives me goosebumps, and it makes me so proud to think about the difference and the impact that we're making. 10,000 people is a lot of people who are living healthier, more stable, stronger lives because of CHELCO, because of Mrs. Drebbing, and being able to honor her legacy is just beyond words. I'm speechless, which very, very, very rarely happens.
Today, I hope you'll take a moment to be proud. There are many needs in our local communities, but because of you, we are making a difference in countless lives. To that, I simply say thank you, and we all should be incredibly proud to be CHELCO.